I got a call from like an Eastern European dude. You gonna pay now? They know my real name. They know my address. So I contact my buddy from the Air Force. He's like, the last comment that was a death threat came from your IP address. You slowly realize that there's this person actively living in your house.
Hey, you guys. A couple of years ago, we had Ellis Jones on the podcast. Now, a week ago, I was on Instagram and I saw that he'd passed away. I can't get into all the specifics, but it's an absolutely insane story, and we're going to get into it right now.
So I come on your show. The first few hateful comments that I got were like somebody making fun of me of like I only had like 75 YouTube subscribers.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think anything of it. But there's a couple that are like death threats, like I'm gonna kill you, and I think that they're all written. I think they're all written by the same person because they're all capital, all caps,
Right.
And they use way too many emojis. So I'm like, this is just whoever's doing this. It's got to be the same person,
Right?
This is their style. So they also said in one of the besides the death threats, they said something about that I was begging you to come back on your show.
Ah.
I rewatched the episode and I was like, I don't think at any point I even mentioned coming back on. And like, I know I had sent you a text of like, if you ever want me on again, I'll come anytime because it was fun, you know?
Right.
And I love the way that you guys put it back together. So, but my thing is like, is this somebody from Matt Cox's camp who's like trolling me? I just called you. Like, are you getting anything? Is there anything that's said about me? Like, could he be playing a prank?
You texted me, you wanted to talk for a second. I was like, yeah, what's up? And then you called me and you kind of explained that you'd gotten some some comments that were odd that made you believe that something in connection with our podcast. That initially you had said, you're going to say, no, this isn't true. But you made it sound like, are you upset with me? Like, did you?
I was just checking. I was following up leads, dude. Okay. You know what?
Like he thought I was leaving the comments.
Or that maybe somebody in the camp was. Because
yes.
I didn't.
And
you were just as much a suspect as he was. Everyone.
Colby?
And let me give you. He's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
But I was like, anybody could be doing it because they could think it's funny.
Right.
Right. And so whatever. I don't care. I just want to know. Let me just tell you before you get. My own mother was on the chopping block. Okay. I was like, is this possibly something you think is funny, or like, is one of my brothers doing this? Like, who?
It's just like when I grew up and you used to tell me I was
never
never going to be anything.
She doesn't have that personality like at all. But I was still. That's how paranoid it made me because there's death threats. If you're going to talk shit,
yeah.
When that episode was airing, there was people lighting me up in the fucking comment section. I got right in there, dude. I'll be in the comments on this one.
Right.
Like, I love it. Say whatever you want, but when you start threatening my life and like I'm living in the same town with like my niece and nephew and my mom, like it can't help but make me paranoid. I just recently got more death threats. They sent me a dude being unalived and chopped up body parts in a bag. Yeah.
They sent they sent you a bag with chopped up body parts?
No, they sent me photos of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it might relate to the stripper situation.
So you're talking to me about this, and I'm like, bro, I had nothing to do with this at all. At all. And you're like, okay, well, and then you said, well, do you know anybody? Because keep in mind, we had been in communication. Yeah. It's not like you came on the show and you left. You would come on the show, and when it came out, you texted me like, hey, it's got this many or this many views. Is that good? And you, which is common, and then a couple weeks later you said, hey, were you happy with the way it went? I was like, absolutely. It was great. So, and then when we did the shorts, you were like, oh, wow, I think I sent you the short saying like, bro, this has got like 1 million fucking views. Yeah. And then, then of course, as it gets more and more views, you're like, holy shit, it's at 2 million. It's at what's it?
Can we talk about the shorts real quick?
Okay, sure. What?
Did you go to trial? When you were
hell no.
You didn't?
Guilty as fuck.
But you know people who did.
Yeah.
Okay. And so like a trial in federal court, it lasts probably longer than 60 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Because there's a lot of judgmental people who are so moral on TikTok who had a lot of nasty things to say about that.
About a 60-second clip?
About a 60-second clip. It's like it's a 5-hour interview with a 3-hour video,
yeah, right. It's funny. We'll have the stories that have been, they're like a 10-minute story that are trimmed down to a minute long, and then people, because they got a couple of clips, they'll make a judgment call on it. It's like, well, bro, that's not what, just because the clip makes it look like that's what I said, that's not what I said. I actually, First of all, it happened 20 years ago. They're like, that can't happen. That's not how they do it. Yeah, but this was 25 years ago. I'm telling a story about 25 years ago.
Right.
So anyway, whatever. People are jerk off. So we're talking, and you said, you're like, is there anybody that you can think of that would be reaching out to people that had been on your podcast that don't like you, or that are trying to dissuade people from being on the podcast, or that don't like you, like something that somebody that would be going after people on your podcast? And I was like, I thought, the only person I could think of was a guy named Jason Vatrabek. I think that's how you say his last name. I probably got it wrong. Sorry, Jason. But
doesn't he hate you?
Oh, he hates my guts.
Then why are you? Don't apologize.
He's despised me in a way that, like, he brings me up all the time.
Yeah.
He hates me. Hates on me all the time. Like, it's become part of his. He's got a few people that he hates on. Like, I'm not special. I was special for a while, but he's reaching out. He's
polyhaterous.
Yeah, he's expanded his hatred.
Yeah.
But he'd come on the program, and then he started his own program, and then he decided to go ahead and start coming after me and making I don't know if it's vague threats, but whatever. He basically just does nothing but bash me every opportunity he does, or anybody who cooperates with the federal government, or in any way. So the point is that he had made statements like nobody should go on my program, and then of course he came on the program, but then so he had really, and he had texted me a few times. We had gone back and forth. He was upset because a guy that I had on the program had talked about him, and then he reached out to me to yell at me because this guy talked about him. Like, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to say. This is what this guy said. It has nothing to do with me. But so, and I was like, that's the only person I could think of that has really gone out of his way to kind of attack me, and also has my information. And I thought, would he go and start attacking people that had been on my program? Is that something he would do? And I thought, maybe. And that's what I told you. And you were like, well, maybe I should reach out. I said, you could reach out to him and ask him. Like, I don't think. And you said,
right, because I want to get to I want to know if, like, the way that you just said, or all that you just said, I zoned out, because it just sounds like this is high school shit. I dropped out of high school because of this kind of shit. So I just wanted to get to the bottom.
So I gave you his phone number.
Is this a real threat?
Yes.
Or is this just prison lunch table bullshit?
Right.
Like,
so I think I gave you his phone number or email. I'm not sure which. Maybe I gave you everything. And then you spoke to him, and then what did he say?
Oh, I didn't speak.
Oh, you did? Oh, you just texted him?
No, I called him.
Oh.
I just didn't get a chance to talk.
Well, that's very much
because he loves you, man. I mean,
he's
in love with you. Like,
he has the
only person that I can
obsession.
talk about besides myself,
yeah,
for an hour straight to a stranger who's sitting in his car in a gas station parking lot is like a female, like,
right,
who I've been inside of. You know what I mean? Like,
Jason and I we're not that close.
Well, I'm just saying, he's obsessed with you, dude. Like, and he was trying to, like, get me to. He's like, what you got to understand is this guy sitting around at a table listening. He's over here hearing these people, and then he's running over to the lieutenant. And I was like, I don't know if
none of which ever happened.
I don't know if you know this about me, though, is I don't give a fuck, okay? Because when I was a kid, I went to juvenile hall, and I saw kids bucking and talking all this snitch bullshit and flooding their cell out, and I was like, these fucking losers are going to be doing this shit forever, right? I'm not going to prison. I didn't go to prison. Now, you're a criminal fucking mastermind. Like, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your face.
Stop.
I'm not. Like, you were doing shit that you were going to end up in prison for, but you never had that upbringing when I was a kid. Like, you probably at some point didn't even think that you ever would get caught. You were getting so good at not getting caught that at some point you're like, I'm not going to prison.
I did.
Like,
very arrogant of me.
Right. But if you had gone through what I went through as a juvenile, being in jail, having to have people look in your butthole, like when you get, you know what I'm talking about? Like showering naked with other dudes. Like, I'm never going back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I forget where I was going with this, but it's like, you got, like, some people, this guy's whole identity is still in this, like, bro, you're on the outside. There's females. You could buy a lawnmower, start a business. Like, you could do everything, but not this. Like, not politicking about jailhouse shit. It's so corny. Anyway, sorry.
So,
yeah.
anyway.
And that's what he did. He talked about it for an hour, and I was like, yeah, man, it could have been this guy, but at this point, I don't think that if he made a death threat to me, that it's something I should be concerned about.
No,
like, he's not going to fly to fucking Omaha or Queens to actually kill me. It's just psychological warfare. Yeah. And if it is him, then it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the hard-on that he has for Matt Cox.
Yeah.
Like, or it's for attention, you know? Because the whole time it sounded like he was doing a bit to where I was like, is he recording this? Or is like, I even get more paranoid where I'm like, is he recording this? And then is he trying to get me to badmouth Matt?
Right.
And like, I don't know you well enough to badmouth you. And even if I did say something negative, you'd be like, I don't fucking know that guy. Who gives a fuck if he thinks negatively about me? Like, so at that point I was like, there's just no getting to the bottom.
You're not going to get to the bottom of this with him.
And where I fucked up was I have a buddy who's in the Air Force. He's deployed right now because of the Iran thing.
Right.
Because I would have brought him.
Right. So by the way, to put that to bed, you then called me and told me, hey, this guy hates you. And I was like, yeah, I know. You were like, this guy, he just fucking bashed you for a fucking, like he's got it's an abnormal obsession with you. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, do you think it's him? You're like, no, I don't really know. I don't think so. He was trying to say, no, this is something that Matt would do, is blame it on me. And I'm like, I'm not blaming it on him. He's the only person I could think of. Wasn't trying to get him in trouble. I'm saying he's the only person I could think of that hates me so much that he might reach out to people and threaten them for being on the podcast or something along those lines. Like, I couldn't think of anybody. Just trying to help you out.
And the thing that kept me thinking that it was in your camp or somebody who hated you or whatever is like, where did the thing that, yes, it was disturbing to get told I'm going to kill you or whatever, but the saying that I begged to come back on the show, I was like, this is somebody who's either in his house or watched the episode. But then I watched the episode and I'm like, that didn't ever happen. No. Like, so where is that coming from? But then I thought about it and I was like, I got a ton of haters. Like, this could be an angry girlfriend, ex-girlfriend.
Right.
This could be one of my brothers. We've always kind of had that jealousy thing going on. It could be one of my many, many scumbag friends. Like,
there's a point in life when you realize you're going down the wrong path. For me, that moment came when I was surrounded by federal authorities and I realized I was going to prison for a long time. In that instance, everything I thought mattered, the money, the schemes, the lifestyle, suddenly didn't mean anything. Because when everything gets stripped away, you start asking a different question. What is your life actually worth? And the truth is, value isn't something you're born with. It's not something people hand to you. Real value is something you build, decision by decision. It comes from discipline and from changing direction, from proving to yourself that the person you were yesterday doesn't have to be the person you are tomorrow. That's why some people like to have something physical that represents that idea, something simple that reminds them that value isn't inherited, it's forged. A ring from Gentle Bands can be that symbol. Not because it's flashy or expensive, but because it represents the process, the work of rebuilding and becoming someone different than who you used to be. If you want to find out more about Gentle Bands and what they do, the link is in the description box.
Who knows? So at this point, it's just like, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
So I contact my buddy from the Air Force, and he's got all the toys, like all the surveillance stuff. I think he works in intelligence, but I don't know. Whatever he does is classified. But he's got all this crazy equipment. We actually shot a hidden camera show at a bar where all these people, for some reason, hated me. Like, just a bar I'd never been to before. He noticed when we were there one time that he had gone in. The people didn't know that we were together. I'm out on the porch with my dog, and the bartenders are in there loudly in front of customers talking shit about the guy with neck tattoos and the dog. And it's like, it's in Omaha, Nebraska. Like, they've never seen anybody like me. You know what I mean? Like, the only people who are as covered in tattoos as I am are jailbirds. They don't write books and do paintings,
Right.
Like, so whatever. He was like, this is crazy. Like, I've never been in a room where people are like actively like hating on a person that they've never met. That, he's known me since forever. I actually was kind of like this kid's babysitter back in the Bay Area. He was a young skate kid. His dad was a private investigator. His mom's a cop. He was starting to get in trouble. And they're like, we don't care what you do. Like, we'll pay you to just take the kid out skating. And he's like, show him how to be a professional fuck up. If he's going to be a fuck up, show him how to not get in trouble while he's out smoking pot and drinking. I was sneaking the kid into bars, strip clubs when he was 17. It was great. Like, and you know what though? It scared him straight. I didn't ever put him in a dangerous situation other than drinking alcohol is dangerous. But he saw how grimy the lifestyle can be. And he straightened up, finished high school, joined the Air Force, and that's how we ended up reconnecting. Is he was stationed in Bellevue, which is south of Omaha. There's an Air Force base there.
So hidden camera.
So yeah, whatever. We shoot that thing. My lawyer tells me this can never see the light of day. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
Because these people are
lawsuit all over it.
Yeah.
He's like, you won't be your media company won't be insurable. Like I still have it though. But anyway, I call him because he's my computer hacker dude. You know what I mean? I'm like, can you figure out where these? Because I'd gotten another hateful, and this one said I never worked.
Are they comments or are they
Comments
getting emails?
Getting comments on my page and weird phone numbers sometimes too. I just got another one. I'll show you to you. It's on my phone right now. It's the one where they sent me body parts. Like,
so somebody from a weird phone number is sending you texts.
And it's one of those like untraced. It's like an app or something that generates a phone number.
What are those, Google numbers or something?
Yeah, Google Voice, something like that. So when you call it, it doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
Like, because I'll take it head on. Like you're gonna talk shit. Let's talk shit. I had a commenter the other day on YouTube on one of the King Khan videos that I shot, and he was going down the line talking shit, and he had just followed me on Instagram, and I was like, no. Like, so I got on Instagram and called him, and by the end of it, we were laughing, and he was my friend, you know,
right.
Like, but I'm not playing that shit. You're not going to talk shit on the internet, and you're especially not going to do it when you're threatening my life. So whatever, I get him on it to look into where are these coming from, like what part of the world? Because if I know it's coming from Florida, I know the people that could be down here talking shit on me.
Okay.
If it's coming from San Francisco, where I've lived before,
right,
then I know who could be talking shit on me, and then I know how serious it is. It's coming from Las Vegas. There's some bikers there that I would be really concerned about them threatening my life because they have before. Like, so anyway, and this is what you said. This is like a horror movie, right? Because he's like, you need to really assess like who's coming in and out of your house, because the last comment that was a death threat came from your IP address. Because I had to give him my IP address to cross-reference it so he can eliminate it. You know what I mean?
The phone calls are coming from in the house.
Bingo. But I still don't think anything of it. I've had
the babysitter.
I've Airbnb'd this house before.
Get out of the house.
You're such a showman.
Right? You know,
one man show. Dude.
Listen, when I was growing up, like that would be the thing. There would be like, you know, they're getting phone calls, you know. Yeah, they call the police and they're like, we'll trace the call.
Yeah.
You know, there's a separate phone in that. Get out of the house.
Yeah. So yeah, it's coming from my IP address. And still I'm like,
did you think, who was it?
First person I asked was,
did you call your mom?
I was like, yeah, is it you, Mom?
No, you
Like,
did not.
yeah, of course. And she's like,
she's fucking, no. I'm like, how
she knows that I'm paranoid. Like I've got a lot of trauma. And you know, to quote Kurt Cobain, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. Right. And somebody blew his fucking head off. Okay. Like, so
you didn't, someone blew his, okay. So you can see where, yeah. Okay. So you get her on a headlock.
No. I was like, Mom, I need you to just assure me that this could not possibly be you. I need to eliminate you as a suspect. Like,
I will choke you out, Mom.
Because if this is going to be a joke, like, it's not going to ever be funny. Like, and I was like, do you think that there's any way that my little brother Eddie or my twin brother Geary could have done this? And she's like,
you know,
she's like, I don't even think that they know you went on that show. Like, that's how off their radar you are. So,
that's how few views you got.
Hey, look, man, that was the same week that Haktua came out. No one can compete with that. Okay?
It's fine. It got 40,000 views, and we're happy with that. That was years ago.
Yeah, but you got over 1 million on TikTok. So.
But the shorts and stuff that TikToks did great.
If you want to, you know, all checks payable to OGA Media, and you want to kick
OGA Media?
OGA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, OJ. Oriental James Media. Yeah, that's what I named it.
So Mom said no.
So Mom said no. And I didn't really investigate, like, I couldn't really get a hold of any, I'd had roommates in this house before, and I had Airbnb'd it, and I've had friends over that I no longer talk to. There may be hard feelings, I don't know. But,
right.
But so if someone's doing it from my IP address, right?
Right.
They would either have to know it and have some kind of, like, IP address generator that can, like, you know, like a
duplicate
VPN or something. Yeah, like, they're standing in my driveway, or they're on the sidewalk out in front of the house, getting on my Wi-Fi and leaving these.
Yeah, and knowing the Wi-Fi password and the whole thing, like it's
it's crazy. It doesn't make any sense, right? And now, you should have seen the look on Colby's face when I told him this part. But like, I'm leaving, and I'm having people watch the house. My house is not. My mom's going to this house when I'm in Rockaway for the winter. My mom's going in this house. She's making sure that the pipes don't freeze.
Right.
Like, my neighbors are keeping an eye on it for me. What up, Paul? And this house is not unsurveilled, right?
Yeah.
and little things are disappearing. Like, but I still don't think anything of it. Like, I had this like cool little like Chinatown Chinese lantern string out in the backyard of my garden, and it disappeared. Anybody could have jumped the fence and stole it. I don't think much of it. The one thing that I did find weird that I thought maybe my mom had done, because she's the only person when I'm not there going into the house, my spatula disappeared. And I still, to this day, don't know what happened to it, but there's one thing you don't lose. This is the only like raised eyebrow I had of things like not being where I drink a little too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I break stuff, things disappear. Like mom will
everyone
come
knows
over
where
and
their
borrow.
spatula is.
Everyone knows where their spatula is. Spatulas don't get lost.
No.
Like
No, that's no.
I still don't know. I never found it. I don't know what you could have possibly
What
done.
I'd be worried about is what he's doing, like with the silverware. Like if somebody could get in my house, are they like licking the
But at this
silverware?
point, I
and
don't
putting it
know.
back? I'd have to wash everything.
I still don't know how this person got into my house in the first place.
Now
look,
we're assuming someone's
I know that they were getting back in and out because I have a little dish on my coffee table that's got my spare house keys in it.
Yeah.
So the initial entry into the house is what I don't understand. There was never anything that was broken unless this person, and they did seem pretty handy. We'll get to that. Like, unless this person broke in to like the basement in the back, you go to the basement, it goes to the backyard. And that's probably the most secluded entryway to my house. Like my neighbor would have to be looking for that to see if somebody was back there. Right. And so unless they broke in or picked the lock and then made themselves copies of the keys so that they could re-enter, this is where it really escalates. Like my attic room is like one of those curved ceiling, little kind of like mother-in-law, cute little room. It's my writing room, right?
Right.
And I'm up there after golf every other summer day writing. And there's a little like hatch. It's like a little door jamb, kind of like windowsill trim. And it's just like a piece of wood that you take in and out to get to the attic space. That's just fiberglass. It's just insulation. It's an attic, right?
Right.
This has been refurbished or remodeled, whatever. That side raw still. My dog had been acting fucking funny, like about the attic room, and I always got weird feelings from it. Like I would have weird dreams where people that that are dead that I know would be in that attic room, and like I'm not saying I'm like super spiritual or like what do you call it, superstitious or whatever, but I always had like I was like I think this room's haunted because then sometimes my dog would just like run up one set of stairs on the landing and like just bark, like bark at the like what I go up there. There's nothing, no noise, nothing's disturbed. Like,
right.
And so I'm up there writing one day and I hear, my dog starts barking and the hatch is falling and there's 2 feet coming out, feet first. Yeah, it's the Frogger. I learned this on a Lifetime movie.
Is he coming out?
He's coming out. And so
he didn't think you're there?
No, or he knows because we get into, I'm getting there. Like, at this point, I'm thinking, this is when I've just come back from Rockaway. Like, I've just come back from Rockaway.
And you're living there now.
Yeah, I'm settling back in. You know what I mean? And he comes barreling out, and I'm thinking, like, oh, this is just a homeless person who has been living here when I'm not here, you know? Like, and so I'm running out of the house, but to call the cops. I'm going in the front yard to call the cops. But then the strange thing is, my dog is an Australian Shepherd, right? And once he's established that you're in the pack, like he will. If we were out here in this like little grassy area out there, and we were 200 yards away from each other, he would run back and forth, trying to get us to come to one another because it's his herding nature. And I've seen him. It's happened a ton of times. I've seen somebody. He's run across the street to somebody that he knows. He's met. He's part of the pack, and he'll put himself in danger to do it. Well, my dog. I keep trying to get out of the house, and I kept to go back in to get my dog because he's running back to this dude. Right? Like they've met before.
Right.
Like, so this, not only has this guy been living in the attic space when I'm not there,
he's befriended.
He's been
your
living
dog.
there when I'm there with my dog, and he's befriended my dog when I'm not in the house. Like, so he comes outside, and I don't even think I punched him. I think I slapped the shit out of him when he charged at me. And then this guy was like a short, stout little Hispanic dude, and he cracked me. I don't know if you can see this scar on my lip.
Holy
but he like cracked me and split. You know where you split it all the way through? I had to get a stitch. It was messed up. I went to the hospital and the doctor's like, "Oh yeah, it needs a stitch."
So
and I was like, "A stitch?" He's like, "Yeah, 1 stitch." Remember Adventures from Babysitting? When the kid gets stabbed in the foot, and he's like, "1 stitch." He's like, "Yeah, 1 stitch."
So he attacks you.
He attacks me. I start running away.
In the house?
No, we're in the front yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, he didn't take off running?
No. This guy, dude, you don't understand. I'm going to tell you some more stuff that I find in the attic. Okay.
Sorry.
It's
my fault.
There's sticky notebooks with illustrations.
What kind of illustration?
I don't know. A guy with neck tattoos. Yeah. This dude was like I didn't want to tell this part of the story because this is like a gay male stalker who's living in my attic and who's illustrating me. He knows what I look like. Like
he's obsessed.
He's got copies of he's got the Jason Vandermort disease. He's obsessed with the man. And he's got misprint copies that were in my attic office space of my books that he's been sitting up there reading while I'm downstairs watching TV.
It's Jason Vandermort, by the way.
No, you said that. I was talking about somebody different.
Okay.
He's a scary ex-con. I don't want him to.
Jason Voorhees? You mean from Friday the 13th?
Plant City. He went to Jefferson High, class 02. Yeah, you know him. Yeah, so now I'm just trying to get away from this dude. There's a deranged person who's just cracked me I thought he might have broken my teeth because I'm like bleeding all over the place, right? And now I wear fruity shirts in the summertime.
Yeah.
Right? I just do. I'm from Florida. I like to be flamboyant. Okay?
I get it.
No, you do?
Well, I mean, listen. When I'm not in black, I'm typically in a
Hawaiian shirt
with
really?
in a Hawaiian shirt.
He's not. You're not.
No.
Yeah.
What am I, Magnum PI?
It's peacocking, okay? Women like it. All right. It disarms you to them. Yeah. I'm the brightest bird of the bunch.
I understand the concept.
The male cardinal is the bright red one. The female's just kind of a dingy brown. Yeah. Anyway. So now I'm running away from this guy, right? And we make it to an intersection, and my dog's like running back and forth between the two of us.
He thinks you're having fun.
Because that's his friend. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He has no idea that I'm terrified for my fucking life now. Because this guy clearly can overpower me. And I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. So we run, and we end up in like the middle of we're on the corner of like a main intersection right by my house. And for some reason, I don't know if he's like a jujitsu guy or something, but at some point, he's on his back. He's like trying to take me down to the ground. He's on his back. He's just in shorts, no shirt. I have basketball shorts and a pretty gay shirt on, right?
Yeah.
And he's on his back. Like he keeps trying to like pull my head down onto the ground. Like he's trying to do some UFC stuff. Right. And I'm cracking him. And at one point,
you can't let him get you unconscious.
No, dude. Or ground and pound. What if he does some
weird
grape soda? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At one point, he bites onto my fingers. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's going to bite my fingers off. So I remember my dog was like, I took him to training.
Yeah.
And when your dog bites you, like when they're a puppy and they're teething, you push your hand into their mouth to gag them. And then they
eventually stop biting
you.
Yeah.
So this guy's, I'm like, he's going to bite my fucking fingers off. Like, these are my writing hands. Like, I make literally hundreds of dollars with these. Like,
gag him.
So now I'm standing on a street corner gagging the stranger to get him to stop fucking biting me. And the whole time he's like, his feet are kicking and they're like almost pulling my pants down. They are pulling my shorts down. And I'm free balling because it's summertime. It's, 1,000,000 degrees outside. So I got like a longer shirt on. So at least my genitalia is covered. But when I finally get away from this dude, right? My glasses are gone. Like I wear prescription glasses.
This had to be the best fight ever. He's pulling your pants down. You're gagging him.
Wait till you see. Wait till you see what the cops say.
The dog's running in circles,
barking. Yeah, just like
I got.
He is, the shepherd.
Yeah.
He is running in circles, and so
the cops.
So no. Well, what happens is I finally get up and get away from him. Right?
Okay.
And I don't have my dog on a leash. We've just run out of the fucking house away from this psychopath, right? So I don't have glasses. I can't see. I'm trying to hold on to my dog just by his collar, and I'm walking like Quasimodo now, bent over, holding a wild Australian shepherd by his collar, and he breaks away from me, and he runs back over there. So now by this time, some of the onlookers who have been watching this fight from their cars have gotten out. There's a Midwest Karen.
Think it's a domestic violence situation.
Yes, exactly, dude. Yes. There's a Karen who's like, she's like, you better get out of here. We're going to call the cops. And I was like, I just came back to get my dog. And she's like, well, it seems like your dog wants to be with him. And I was like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, lady. Like, and so I finally get away and I run into the cops as they're heading towards the scene. And I was like, this guy was living in my attic. He's at best trespassing. Like, he attacked me. I was defending myself. And they're like, yeah, I don't know. We got a call that 2 gay guys were fighting. Like,
did you say, hey?
And, no, I was just like, because the cop said it with like a shit-eating grin on his face. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, we got a call. 2 gay guys are fighting. And I was like, no, dude, you gotta come back and look at my house and see that this person is living in my attic or was in my attic. Like I didn't know yet that he had been there for a while and that he made himself like one of those, like, you know, the tweakers live in the Walmart kind of. Yeah. So I finally get away from him. The cops who had responded to him or had gotten to him down the way communicate with the cops around me, and they're like, do you want to press charges against this guy? And I was like, fuck yeah. Like, he's living in my attic, or he's in my house. He's assaulted me. Yes, I want to press charges. And they go, well, he wants to press charges too. So, like, if you drop it, then he'll drop it. And I was like, we need to go to my house, and you need to see this. And they're like, and at that point, they're like, we're going to go to your house, but we're going to cut him loose because you don't want to press charges. And I was like,
I want to. You didn't want to press charges?
Of course I want to press charges, but I have to say I don't want to press charges because they're going to arrest both of us. They're not gonna go back to my house and see that there's this studio. I didn't know that there's a studio apartment in my attic now.
Okay.
That this guy has built. This motherfucker brought wood into my house. He brought pieces of plywood to put over the ribs of the attic so that he could walk around freely in there. Yeah, he's got patio furniture that I thought some neighborhood kid stole. He's got that up there. He's got my Chinatown lantern.
That was stolen. You were stolen.
That I thought was stolen is up there in the attic. He's got copies of my books. He's got notepads with notes and poetry. He wrote poetry about, or like short stories about my dog, and called him Barco, which is like, I think the guy was there hearing me. I used to talk to my Australian Shepherd in Australian. I trained him like sit dickhead, you know, like just a funny thing. It's like a funny bar trick, you know, that my dog responds to Australian vernacular. This dude was like a creepy. I actually put him in this at the end of this book.
This is what you should write. You should write.
Well, no, see, I didn't want to write about a male stalker, so I changed it to a female stalker.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I'm not going down in the annals of history about having a.
This is better.
I get it that some gay guys are really picky and that it's flattering. Like, I got hit on when I was in Dunedin a few nights ago. Like, I get it. I still got it. You know, I know I'm a little jowly. I got gray hair, but.
So, like, come on. So anyway, so the cops go back and they see all this. What do they say?
They say they say it's pressing charges, but they say that it's trespassing, and I let it slip that I'm not here all year round, and I didn't know that was something I shouldn't say.
Right.
Like, I should have said, if I had said I live in this house all year round,
it would have been
burglary of an occupied dwelling. If I say that this is my summer home, it's trespassing in an unoccupied dwelling. It's a completely different charge. But they've already let this guy go, and he's out on the street now barefoot with, like, shorts on and no shirt. Do you think he's got fucking ID on him? Do you think people who live in, like...
Did they ID him?
That's the thing, is I talked to a cop who drinks at the same bar as me, and he was like, hey, I think they found your guy, because they just had to do a SWAT intervention up the street from you, and there was a guy living in an attic. And I went on the internet, and it wasn't him. It didn't look like him to me at all. This guy was living in somebody's attic. Same thing, summer home, and he had built a meth lab. Like, you got to think about it. These homeless people up there, it's frozen. Omaha's really cold. Like, it's like the tundra, you know? Like, so half the year, and I think they have, like, per capita, some of the most abandoned houses. Like, everybody I know who's in real estate up there owns at least a dozen houses.
Okay.
Like, there's just a ton of unoccupied homes in this place. So, in the rougher neighborhoods like mine, the ones with the yellow sticker, that's where all the homeless people and all the crazy tweakers will. This is the thing I was the most afraid of when I was defending the house next door, is I didn't want, and the guy made out like a bandit. The guy who burned his house down.
Yeah.
He got the insurance money and he sold the house for $75K. Got to keep all that because it settled the loan. Like, oh man.
Yeah, I've always made money on an arson. I mean,
right. Oh, good old Jewish lightning. No, but you realize, like, I used to joke about it. I was like, if things don't work out with this house, because I kind of just bought this house, and I don't really like the town. I don't really like any of the people. Both of my brothers live there. I don't really get along with them. Like, I'm going there to summer to play golf and basically have lunch with my mom, a few months a year. Like,
did they catch and ID the guy?
No, he's still out there. He's probably watching this right now, dude.
So,
and he was doing all of this commenting, and your show was on there.
Yeah,
he watches your show. Like, you have great clientele.
Reach out to me. I want to hear your story. We want to hear your story. This is probably a guy that goes from attic to attic. Could you imagine that guy? Oh, one time I lived in this place for 2 years. Yeah. One time I
don't want to think about it.
We could splice
So
your
I'm not the
video
only
in
one,
with
is what
his.
you're saying? Now I'm jealous. Now I'm like, oh, it wasn't because he was obsessed with me. It was.
So the whole
But
time
he found an old phone of mine in my closet, in my like hallway closet.
and activated it.
And no, it just connected it to Wi-Fi. It was just a phone that had like broken the screen or something, and that's what he was up there jacking off to porn and stuff. That's another thing that disappeared too. It was like, I have lotion. I get dry. I've in my, I also maybe need to pleasure myself once in a while. Like my girlfriend was coming out to Omaha with me in the summer a lot, but she had a job. There'd be times she was gone. I get lonely, But a giant bottle of Jergens doesn't just disappear. Guess where it was?
So
in the attic.
So he's commenting on your videos. He's kind of stalking
He's threatening
you.
to kill me. My mom's going into this house when I'm not in Omaha.
Mom is going in and he's
all alone. She's all by herself. My little brother would drive her over there and he would hang out in the driveway. He wouldn't go in the house with her, but he would just hang out in the driveway just to make sure everything was okay.
Wow.
Right? So anything could happen. This guy could have been deranged, could have killed my mom, could have killed me in the middle of the night. He's sleeping in the attic right above me. Like, I have guns in my house.
Is he living, like he could be living there now?
No, I sold it.
Oh, you sold
After this happened, 5 days, I put it on Facebook Marketplace.
I sold my house on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
What is this? A barn? What?
No, it's just like a little modest Midwest. It's kind of like, the townhouse format.
What are these houses going for?
Oh, I bought this one for like 86.
Okay.
I think I put like $3,000 or $4,000 down on it. Like, and I only made like the rent from the Minneapolis property was paying the mortgage on this. I'm getting a tax break.
Yeah.
And then I sold it and made maybe $5,000 on what I owe. So I looked at it as like I rented this house from the bank,
right,
and got my deposit back. Like I didn't make money, but I didn't really lose money. My business is paying my rent for. I think I had that place for 4 years.
Did you tell the people that bought it that it was haunted? That this guy is?
I don't think I told. I sold it to a young black guy, and when
he's like, I wish he would show up
no,
here.
well,
I wish he would try and live in my attic.
This is the thing: is that I'm not saying all black people are super homophobic, but there's pervasive homophobia in the black community, and I think anybody would agree with that.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to. Like, you tell somebody that story and they're like,
keep going with this as being something homosexual. Like, this is just a weird.
He had drawings of me in his
you
in
could be obsessed with. You could be obsessed with someone.
Look, man,
and not be homophobic.
Like the guy,
be gay.
The guy that you led me to give me the phone number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jason.
He loves you. Okay. There is some. He's obsessed with you. You don't become obsessed with a man. Like, I've never been obsessed with anyone other than a heterosexual female because I'm a heterosexual male.
Yeah, I don't think Jason is gay. I think Jason is just angry. I'm an easy target. So, but anyway, I hear you.
That's pretty effeminate, sitting around talking like you're at a cafeteria table. Like, that's what women do. Like, anyway, okay, fine. We'll change the subject. Like,
anyway, so this happens. You sell the place.
And sold it in 5 days on Facebook Marketplace. Like, and it was a great deal because the kid who bought it's like, I was like, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to get out of here? And he's like, you can walk out of this house the way that it is right now. And I was like, cool. I don't have to worry about moving. Loaded up the Subaru. What?
The Subaru.
The Subi. Yeah, I love it. Dude, it's like the nicest thing I've ever. I put more money down on that than I did on any of my. Well, besides the house I bought straight out, but. I love it, man. It's a certified pre-owned. You got to keep that extra key and the.
Okay. So,
all right. So while I'm down there, I'm sitting in. I get this apartment like day one, right? And I'm down there for like 5-6 days, and I'm in an extended stay in North Austin, and this guy, he's like kind of a semi-famous musician. He had the #1 song on TikTok and made millions of dollars from it. Wrote a book about him. We're going to talk about it. He fucking. This side eye fucking, you're just ridiculous.
Are we?
If you say so. Okay. That ain't no regular. They did something. The diet. Okay. So the guy is like having a meltdown on social media. This musician dude.
Right.
And he posts a video saying he's gonna kill him. He's gonna unalive himself. Right. And now. I don't know if you remember from the last time I was here, I had a very good friend. He was a pro wrestler. His name was Chris Canyon. He was the first openly gay professional wrestler. And he was essentially ostracized from the sport because Vince McMahon is a good businessman. He doesn't want to blatantly address the inherent homosexuality of a wrestling fan. So you can't have a guy who's like gay and open about it, wrestling in oil with all of his best friends. You know what I mean? Because it's pretty, let's be honest, it's pretty gay, right? So he gets ostracized from the sport. He kind of, I mean, were we not? Is it not?
I think that's the point. I think that's the point. But okay. Go ahead.
I think there are openly gay pro wrestlers now, but back then, 20 years ago, I don't think the world was ready for it. Like, so anyway, long story short is he kind of goes in this downward spiral. And when I was living with him, he threatened to unalive himself. And so I got his phone away from him, and I called his mom, and she intervened, and like he didn't do it. Well, a couple years later, I'm like doing an art project while I'm answering the phones at Yellow Cab in San Francisco, and I'm drawing pictures of like famous deaths, you know, drinking yourself to death, suicide, overdoses. Like Chris's name comes up. That's how I find out about it, that he had finally done it.
Right.
You know, he was at his parents' house in Sunnyside, Queens, and ate a bunch of antidepressants. So this is important subject to me. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. You got to take it serious. I know some people are threatening unaliving themselves for attention, but you really don't know if somebody's going to get desperate enough and do it. And I don't even know this guy. And I didn't really even think he was going to unalive himself, right? So I just sent him a little voice memo on Instagram of like, hey, man, like, stop talking about this. Like,
just get it over with.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You are evil, man. You are pure evil. No wonder you have this.
Sorry,
like,
that's not the call I would
you
have
have
made.
this set up like hell. Like, you are the devil. Like,
sorry.
So no, I was just like, I don't think you're gonna do this, but like, stop saying it because it's gonna echo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna see you as this attention seeker forever. And he calls me immediately, and we sat on the phone and talked about. I'm not a big fan of his music. I respect it, but we have very similar influences sonically. You know. And so we sat around on the phone. I'm doing nothing. I just got done what I needed to get done. I got to wait for this extended stay to be up so I can go back to Omaha and sell my house. So I sit on the phone with him for a couple of hours, and we're talking about records, you know, talking about chicks, whatever. Like, and at the end of the call, he's like, you know, I was really going to do that. He's like, I know you don't think that I was gonna, but I have a bottle of, and I was going to take it. And you're the only person who reached out and told me not to. And I was like, I didn't really tell you not to. Like, I just told you stop talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't say shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
I didn't give him the Matt Cox pep talk. But so anyway, he's like, you know, you should meet a good friend of mine. I obviously probably shouldn't say her name, but he's like, yeah, there's this stripper in Austin that we're all good friends with. And,
yeah, I should.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, sounds awesome. So I call her and I tell her like what's been going on, and she's like, okay, cool, give me a couple hours and yeah, let's meet up. We meet up.
Okay.
What? She's a smoking hot stripper. Like,
okay.
Are we gonna not like? I know you're a married man, but I mean, there might have
She
been a
was just
younger
like some guy calls up and she says, yeah, let's meet up.
This guy she's okay. A fan of something.
Right.
Is a fanatic. That's what it's short for. Okay. I'm not a fan. I know this guy's music.
Right.
But I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Like, she's a fan.
Okay.
So don't ask me how. I mean,
she's a fan, and so he says you should meet this guy, and she says absolutely.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a
and
fan.
they've known each other for years. Like he lives in Germany, and her and her boyfriend at the time had stayed at his house with his wife and stuff like that. Like, they have a rapport.
Right.
Right. And so he tells me, hey, guy, I've never met before. I think you'll really like this stripper. And I was like, I don't know how you knew I like strippers, but like, but yes, I would like to go meet a stripper. Yeah.
I do like strippers.
Little known fact about Ellis Jones, loves whores. I really do. I'm like the patron saint.
You're not wrong.
I'm from Port St. Lucie. Loose cigarettes, loose trucks, and loose women. All right. So we meet up and we have a beer at a bar, and then she's like, hey, do you want to just get some drinks and like go hang out in the park? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And I got my dog with me and stuff.
Right.
Like, so we do that. We go to 7-Eleven and each get a bottle of wine and sit in a park and just talk about shit. It was a great night. It was a really awesome time. And right before I was like, she's like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, you want to go back to my apartment or back to my hotel? And she's like, yeah, sure. So we're sitting there and she's like, this should have been the red flag, right? Like, I should have never hung out with her again after this. This is not the incident that, you know.
Okay.
About. She goes, do you like rough sex? And I was like, not really. Like, I mean, if my partner's into it, then, you know, if it turns them on, then it turns me on. So sure, you know. And she slaps me across the face. And then she chokes me. She grabs me, and we're still sitting like on a picnic bench in the park, like, and all I'm taking. This is how much of a sex addict that I am. That I'm like, this just means I'm gonna get laid.
Right.
Like, this means like, it's not gonna get weird when we get back to the hotel. Not any weirder than this. Like, how could it? Like, and so. And here's the thing with choking. Like, I talk about this in my new erotic book that I wrote. Sexual choking, you don't constrict the airway.
Yeah.
You constrict the blood flow, and it's kind of like the pass out game.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But she doesn't do it right. It's like, I'm like, stop. Like, and she's just strong. Her job is holding on to a pole.
Right.
Like, when she grabs around your neck, that's like a python grip, you know? Like, so whatever, we go back to the hotel and flash forward. Now, King Khan is on the video chat on my computer, and he's in a hotel in London playing his sitar, like in the book. And now she's dancing naked, doing her job, essentially. She's working for free. And I'm watching her do it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I was just like, wow, I did not see this happening today. Like, I did not think that a semi-famous waning star garage rocker like would be on the phone for me with 5 hours, then introduce me to a stripper, and now she's dancing naked to him playing sitar. Like, it's wild. But she at one point she gets like real drunk, and I've been in this hotel room for a couple of days now. I think maybe was it the first day, or have I been there for a few days? All I know is I had like a ton of beer cans sitting on the
so you're building a pyramid.
Yeah, I got like a ton of beer cans sitting on the fucking table. I don't know why I like trashing hotel rooms. Like,
I understand that.
I don't mean like destroying them, but I like leaving a mess.
Speaking of red flags.
Yeah, well, whatever, man. I'm sitting around with nothing to do. Yeah, I'm gonna drink some fucking beers. Like, so I must have been there for a couple of days, but because it couldn't have been that many in one night. No. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But at one point, she like gets angry, and the video chat is still going, and she's like, "This guy's a fucking alcoholic," and she like swipes all the beer cans. Like, now she's trashing my hotel room, right? And I'm like trying to get her to calm down, and I was like,
"That's a week's worth of work."
What? Yeah.
You just destroyed a week's worth of work.
It's my installation art, dude. Yeah, I was making like a like a Costco toilet paper roll display of empty Coors Light cans. I like to leave a little something for the housekeeper. Like, you could keep those are worth a nickel each. You know, she could keep them. That's her tip. So at some point I like in the video chat because I'm trying to get her to like calm down.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, let's just go to bed. You know, like, we'll just like we don't have to do anything. Like, you seem like you're
slapping around a little bit.
You seem like
you seem to like that.
Yeah. Just don't knock any more beer cans over. Like, because you don't know what she's gonna start breaking shit. Then I'm gonna have to pay for it. Like, this is clearly an unhinged woman. Like, I've slept next to unhinged women. If she's passed out, we're good. Like, you know, it's like a child throwing a temper tantrum. Like, so at some point she goes, I just want to let you know if anything happens tonight, I have genital herpes. And I was like, okay, well, I don't like, and I'd like it to keep it that way. And at some point, she tries to grape me by shoving my flaccid unit into her. And I was like, no, like, you have to stop. Like, if and then I tell her just a simple thing. And I told my mom this story, and she agreed.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we talk about everything. And she thinks it's hilarious. But I was like, if I had done any one of the things that she did to me that night, like, I would be so fucking canceled. I'd probably be in jail.
Right.
Like, she slapped me in the face. She constricted my airway. She trashed my fucking hotel room. And then she tried to essentially force herself on me. You know what I mean? Those are all crimes. Like, and I just told her that. I was like, you're being inappropriate. Everything that you've done is literally a crime. I don't care. I just need you to get quiet and go to sleep. And then she just runs out of my hotel room, like, pretty much naked.
Okay.
And then guess what happens? My fucking dog runs after her. So now I have to run.
You're part of the pack. You're part of the pack.
Exactly,
You're part of the pack.
Dude, exactly. So I have to run downstairs to go grab my dog from a half-naked stripper who's in the hotel lobby, and the lady behind the front desk, I thought she was like gonna call the cops or something, but she just had the biggest shit-eating. She had the biggest Matt Cox grin on her face, and like just shaking her head at me like, "You dog." And, so, I moved to Austin. I started doing the book, and I started dating this like pretty awesome chick. She's a divorcee. This is kind of like always been my thing. Is like I either have these like younger, completely unhinged lunatic women, or I have like women who have kind of played it straight their whole lives who are now acting out sexually.
Right.
Like, so I'm started dating this like neurotic divorcee, and things I thought were going good, but she breaks it off of me, right? And so I'm lonely one night, and I'm like, I don't want to have intercourse with the stripper because she has genital herpes.
Right.
But I'm like,
what?
I had just
so
gotten.
she's still coming around.
We were still talking.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You know, I was still keeping the line of communication open just in case. And plus, like, strippers have friends. They work with a bunch of other women.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I'm her bestie and I come and see her at work, that could go well for me, you know?
Yeah, spot. Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time.
You know
right.
how
Yeah.
it goes.
Don't ever be a customer. If you want to go home with strippers, don't be a customer. Sit at the bar and drink and mind your own business and let them come to you. Because they don't understand why. They're like, what? This guy's not getting a lap dance? Like,
Yeah. It's a mystery. You're the mystery man.
Yeah.
It's mysterious.
So whatever, the divorcee kicks me to the curb, and I had just gotten hit by a car on my bicycle. I broke my collarbone. So I'm like laid up. I had this like this is a really good luck thing, Austin, right? Like, and to a certain degree, like I know I'm gonna write this book about this guy, you know, they're gonna sell it. I made a couple grand off of it now at this point. I made a good work connection. I'm making a lot of money. Like I'm gonna save money over the course of this year while I'm writing a book. Maybe I'll have something published so that I, you know, get the ball rolling on a possible writing career. Like things are going pretty good, but then there was these like runs of bad luck. Like my dog was really not responding well to living in an apartment. So I found him a new home, and I was a little heartbroken about that.
Right.
And then I got hit by this car while I was out riding my bike. I broke my collarbone, hit my head. Now I'm sitting laid up, you know.
Did they have insurance? Did they stop?
No, but my insurance paid for it. I have really good insurance, and yeah, because I was on a
talking
vehicle.
about that. I'm talking about so
They didn't stop.
your
They didn't
vehicle insurance. You had
my vehicle insurance.
bodily injury.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So I have
So
to
you
have
could
comprehensive for the certified pre-owned super.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you could sue your own. So you could sue your own
Yeah.
insurance company.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they hit you and took off.
What it was I was riding down a street that didn't have a bike lane, so I was kind of trying to stay close to the gutter, and it was a beach cruiser, and you know how those don't really have like a great center of gravity, like so.
Not really, but okay.
Yeah, they're not. It's not like tight like a road bike.
Right.
Like,
So
the rear view mirror hits the handlebar on this side, and the handlebars go like this, and I go straight down onto the curb,
And they just kept going.
and they just kept going. I don't think they even knew. It's in like an area where there's a lot of bars,
Right.
so I don't think they even knew what happened. Like, and I'm riding around on an all black beach cruiser at night, you know, like. So anyway, yeah, I ended up getting like $5,000 out of that for pain and suffering, and my medical bills paid. But I'm sitting around bored, getting drunk, like no dog, just fell in love, got dumped, like got a broken collarbone. My life, I've been in Texas for like 2 weeks now, and my life is turning into a country song. Okay?
Time to call the
Like-
stripper. Let's go get some condoms.
You've done this before. No. I'm not going to do anything sexual. No. She offered to come over and like massage. I had a lot of soft tissue damage. She's like, I'll come give you a massage. I was like, great. Can we not have any alcohol?
Yeah.
Like that was my rule. I was like, I think that it'd be better if we do ever spend time together for there to not be any alcohol involved. So it was delightful, Matt. It was delightful. She herself is a writer. I read some of her stuff, some of her poetry. It was great. She gave me a great massage.
Okay.
We watched a Humphrey Bogart movie. Yeah,
Nice.
it was delightful. So then some time goes by. I get back together with a divorcee. This is what women like to do. They throw me away like I'm garbage, and then they reel me back in. I just need a sip of this tasty beverage.
You know, usually I cut the drinks out, but I think I'm going to leave a few of these.
Oh, you mean this gold in a can?
No,
Dr. Pepper.
He'll cut out you drinking.
Oh,
but you.
oh, sorry. Yeah.
But you always have a comment to say, so I might leave them in.
Okay, cool.
Anyways.
Divorcee. You're back with a divorcee.
Get back with a divorcee. Have a great. We get together for the holidays, pretty much. Oh, except for Christmas, I got the flu so bad. I'm telling you, it'd be like so far in Austin, it's been like a lot of really great things happening with these like little stabs of bad luck. I get the flu so bad over Christmas, I almost died. I got like 106-degree fever. Yeah, I was like hallucinating. I was calling my friends and like saying crazy shit. They're like, "Are you on fucking drugs? Like, are you alone on Christmas and you're getting high on something?" And I was like, I called them the next day and I'm like, "No, like I had like fever-induced delirium. Like it was terrible." Anyway, it literally has nothing to do with anything. Me and the divorcee separate. I think I was part of her New Year's resolution because it was right around the first of the year.
Okay.
That she kicks me to the curb again. And then so the night in question, I don't even remember hitting her up. I'm pretty sure she doesn't live in, she's not a high dollar Yellow Rose stripper in Austin, okay? She's a daytime stripper in San Antonio. I didn't know that. So whenever she's in Austin, she's staying with a friend of hers. She doesn't actually live there. So I think maybe she had a falling out with her and just showed up at my house. And it's the same thing as before. She's being mean, she's being belligerent, and I'm like, "Hey, like you can stay here. Like if you don't have somewhere to go, like you just got to be nice. Like let's go to bed."
All right.
Know? And she just won't stop. Like we're laying in bed and she's like saying mean shit to me. And but she's like deranged. She's like she says she'll say something mean to me and then I'll go, "Dude, you gotta knock it off. Like I don't let anybody talk to me like this." Like she's like, "This is so us." And I'm like, "There is no us. Like this is so us." Like that's crazy.
Right.
Like that's like this woman might stab me. That's how crazy she is. Like. And so finally I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to call you a car. Like, I don't care where, just tell me where you want to go. Like, I'll get you a car down the street to the bar, but you can't be in here anymore." And that's when she loses her shit. And she grabs whatever drinks are around, the beer I was drinking, whatever she had brought with her in her little hydro flask, and showers my apartment in alcohol. And while I'm like, "What the fuck? Don't hurt me." You know, like we know she hits people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she just runs out of the apartment.
So at this point, I'm maybe I should preface this by saying I don't sleep a lot. So I'll go to sleep at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night, and I'll wake up at 2. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, and so my wife sleeps a lot. And so I don't like to get out of bed or anything. I'll just lay there for like an hour and just go through Instagram or answer comments for an hour or two until I get sleepy, and I'll go back to sleep, and then we'll wake up and go work out at the gym, whatever. So it's like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I'm just kind of swooping through my Instagram, and all of a sudden I see one that I see a post that says something like, you know, like heaven just got a new angel or something. It was ridiculous. But I remember seeing it thinking, like, who fucking died? Like, you know? And I look and I was like, Ellis Jones. I was like, but it wasn't. It was your name.
Well, no, my friends told me that. Can I talk on this part?
Yeah. What?
My friends told me
Ellis
that my friends knew that it was somebody making it up because she called me Ellis Jones.
What?
Hold on. I got the photo.
Oh, do you have the photo? What does it say?
I'm trying to open it. Our media.
Yeah, they said my homie Jimmy from Queens was like, yeah, it was like a picture of you with your tongue sticking out with like Freebird, like Leonard Skinner playing in the background.
Okay.
Okay, so Colby's gonna read what it said.
Today, January 14th at 1:38 a.m. Central Time, heaven needed another angel. And our beloved Ellis Jones left this earthly realm. Don't drink and drive, kids. Rip Millhouse the most.
Yeah, that's my nickname.
With Freebird playing in the background.
So that post was there, right? Had the heaven just got a new angel post, let's say. So I read it and I'm like, Ellis Jones, like, what the fuck? So I click on it to click on your page and see the page, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, what's going on? And I remember thinking, like, this is crazy, because obviously we were all still keeping in touch with each other.
Right, yeah.
So I then send a text to you that says, so I pull up your your phone number
Right,
and our thing. And I pull it up, and this is January 14th, by the way. And I pull it up and I say, bro, what's up with the IG page? It says you died. And this is the response that I got.
Matthew, we are having a bad day. Nate had his friend Annie over. They got into an argument after drinking, and Nate took off with a bottle of wine and died 42 minutes later. He crashed his car into an obstacle, as LTDPS is telling us. I don't know if you know this, but his appearance on your show brought a lot of unwarranted and unmanageable attention. I have to think this groupie from Vegas is a result of that. It's only been a few hours, and I can't believe it's real.
So this is the response I get after I'm asking you. So I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm thinking your girlfriend has your phone. Like, maybe it's a group of you and maybe you and your girlfriend has your phone, and some girl was there named Annie. I don't know. But all I know is you got drunk, got into a vehicle, took off. 42 minutes later, you're dead.
That is some good fiction right there.
Now, here's the thing. When she says, being on my podcast brought some unwarranted attention and makes it sound like
she's probably talking about the stalker.
Well, I don't know about what she was. I didn't know that. All I know is she's making it. It feels like she's saying something's
like
wrong.
This is your fault,
right? And
right.
I put
like I was in some kind of spiral, but we'd already talked. Where
I know that's not true, right?
Right,
so
but I'm just saying, like, I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I would have told. Like, I'm pretty sure she would know that I've had nothing but good things to say about coming on this podcast. So I don't know why she would be guilt tripping you. She's a psychopath. Like,
anyway, so I wrote back, I'm sorry to hear that. He did mention that he had a stalker, but he has always maintained that the podcast helped him immensely. He said that his book sales jumped and he received some type of business deal as a result of the podcast appearance. In fact, he even offered to come back on for a second podcast. I had no idea that it caused him an issue. And then I put, I always liked him. I always liked you. Thank you. And then she responded,
Nate can't say no and is very impulsive. He tried to pull a move like he was on his skateboard, and he didn't pull it.
So now I guess you're whatever. I guess you got hit on the skateboard. I don't know. I assumed it was a car.
I think she was saying that I was.
I don't know.
Like acting like as if I was on a skateboard.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And I put
didn't pull it. Like I would never say something like that.
So but this isn't you.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is like, where is she? She's talking like. She's talking like what she thinks a skateboarder like who said didn't pull it. Like, what is this, rocket power? Like, I don't know.
So I put we were texting last month, and something I said on a podcast, he actually texted my producer a couple of days ago. I had said that, like, hey, and then I didn't hear anything. And then 2 days later, you texted me, I'm not dead. A psychotic stripper stole my phone and is causing chaos.
Yeah.
And I put,
that.
I'm sure it sure looks like she's doing a good job.
So now let's pick up back to where she storms off, you go to sleep.
And I wake up and Francis is at the door. Yeah. Yeah. So
you wake up the next morning, or
and the next afternoon.
Yeah.
I knock on the door, and like I live in a pretty fucked up area. Like, I'm not answering the fucking door for anyone, right? Like, and especially this woman had already just showed up at my house before. Like, I don't know who's out there. Is it management? Right. You know what I mean? Is it the police? Is it the stripper? But something about the knock was like frantic or frenetic. Like, it didn't seem like an authority figure or like somebody who was angry. It's like I could hear concern in the knock, right? And I open the door, and it's my ex, and she had been in Chicago for work and literally like hopped on a Southwest. My mom, and Francis were the first three people on that fucking story. Like,
aww,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah. Which is proof that, Matt's a bitch. 2 out of 3. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, she hopped on a plane to come check it out. And it was fine. She wasn't even mad at me. And that was the one thing once she broke it down and she showed me she showed me a screenshot of the story. Because I guess there was a hard post in a story. I'm still putting all this together. I'm still talking to people on the phone to this day, trying to figure out what they saw. Because what she did was when she got into my phone, I sit around with my phone open a lot, like at home. Like I don't have the passcode on it all the time. Like I have it set to where it never goes unless I click the side button.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know why. Bad habit, I guess. I should stop doing it. But she got into my Instagram. She was messaging people from Instagram.
The crazy stripper.
The crazy stripper. Yeah. She was text messaging people from my phone. Now, when I went to go get my phone records from Metro, they don't give you your all your text messages. They just give you numbers that you corresponded with. It's like the same stuff they give the police. They don't I couldn't get a transcript from them without a subpoena, maybe. Like I don't remember, but they were like, "This is what we print when something like this happens."
Okay.
And so I had to go cross-reference my Google contacts. That's how I saw it was your number. I was like, "Whose fucking Florida number is this?" Because you were actually the first one.
Yeah,
you
I
were
saw
the
it
first
2
person.
in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever, me and Francis hung out that weekend. I got my phone back, or I got another phone hooked up. But she had gone through and I can't look at the actual text messages, but she had gone through and deleted all of the Instagram threads. So I can't see what she's been sending to these people. So I have to do, that's why I didn't get back to you for 2 days. I had to do days of damage control, trying to figure out what was said, and everybody's got their story. Some people were crying, some people were, I didn't believe it for a second. All my male friends were like, this is a crazy bitch. This has crazy bitch written all over it. And they know my history. They know that I have a problem. And that fucking bad bitches is that problem. Yeah, I don't know what else do we need. I'm sweating telling this fucking story, dude. This one's more embarrassing than the male stalker living in my fucking attic.
So whatever happened with the chick? Have you talked to her since?
Well, this is the thing. The only thing that I've gotten that's a hint that she's still out there doing something is I got a call, and I would show you the photos, but I don't want to traumatize you. But I got a call from an Eastern European dude who's like, I hear you're messing with my girl. I don't like when men mess with my girl. If you're going to pay now. You're going to pay for this. And if you don't, your family going to pay. Says all that. And I was like, I just woke up, crack of noon. And I'm like, I start tough talking him. I'm like, who the fuck are you, dude? Put some bass in the voice.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Tough guy on the phone.
You're talking to, motherfucker.
Don't you know you're in Texas and fucking everybody got a gun? And he'd already hung up. I didn't even get any of that in. But the next series of phone calls that come, I get a series of text messages, and the first one is my real name, not Ellis Jones.
Yeah.
Then my address to the house in Omaha that I had just sold a couple months back, right? And then a list of about half of the list was no one that I knew, just with the same last name as me. And then a few family members. They're threatening, they know my real name, they know my address, which isn't my address anymore.
Right.
And then this maybe 6 or 7 people with the same last name as me that half of, I think my dad's name was repeated on there 3 times. As if to intimidate me. We know your people, we know where you live, And I was like, this is one of those, those bullshit Google searches you do on yourself or your family member,
yeah,
or maybe a friend you haven't talked to in a long time because you're like, oh, I know that they put people's phone numbers on those, so you can get in touch with somebody that's hard to find. I have a lot of friends who are in and out of jail.
Yeah.
And, if you need to get in touch with them, maybe they got a new phone number. You can Google someone's name and it'll give you past address, especially if they own a home, right? So it was, then they're never right. They're those clickbaity sites that you pay for the subscription and you do it. It's not public data. It's it's just a bullshit site. So you could tell that this guy just did a search on my name and came up with these and I told my mom about it. This is how fucked up her sense of humor is. She's like, well, if they're seriously going to start killing people, at least your dad and your stepmom's names are at the top of the list. Maybe they'll get caught maybe they'll get caught before they get down to the people you actually give a fuck about.
The Terminator was just being systematic.
Yeah, she's got a dark sense of humor. But then the next text message that comes in is a picture of a maybe half black, half white guy standing in a bathtub. And the dude's obviously holding a phone and he's got a pistol in his hand and he's shooting this guy in the face. And then the next 2 text messages that come in are the dude's head decapitated. And then a photo inside of a garbage bag with a leg and an arm that have been dismembered. It looks real to me. I'll show them to you if you want to see them. But
And
that's really the last threatening thing that I've gotten. That could have been.
You think it could have been her? That's the only thing.
I think it could have been somebody who's.
Could have been your
You
stalker.
know how women are. Like not women. Everybody's like this to some degree. If you're scorned in a relationship, you know, a girl was nasty to you. You start dating another chick, and you talk about how fucked up this last one was. And like, it happens to me all the time with women. Like, I feel like I know some of these women's exes, like from all the like fucked up. They're trying to paint their ex in this bad light, you know. So I'm just imagining that this stripper's there, like, he's a fucking dick, like, and
But you don't have a relationship with this broad.
no, right? But then that's the thing. Is what was it? Another friend of a friend's, like we had kind of like just hung out a few times, and or no. This chick too. Khan gets in touch with her. I don't know how to get in touch with her anymore, but King Khan gets in touch with her, and he was like, yeah, she was talking all this shit about you, saying like, you know, this, that, the other thing. I don't want to repeat any of it. I don't put that out there. And I was like, but why? Like, why? What's the point? Like, we barely even hung out, and he's like, she fell in love with you, and she's mad at you that you didn't fall back in love with her. And I'm like, she's psychotic. She tried to grape me. She assaulted me. She wrecked my hotel room. She wrecked my house. She stole my phone and convinced my mother. That's the only person that I'm upset about finding this information. For you, it'd have been like, want to go get some breakfast? Like, you know.
Yeah, I was like, I might as well delete that fucking contact.
Yeah, like, and all my dude
He
friends
won't be
were
back
like,
on.
yeah, all my dude friends were like, yeah, this isn't real. He'll be back in a couple days.
Yeah.
Like, and then there were a few females who were like, yeah, I was upset, but it also seemed strange. Like, they didn't use your real name. You know, like they used an alias in your nickname, Millhouse, you know, like, but my mom believed it. She went digging through, she got my baby shoes out. Like, she went digging through my shit. Like,
She laid in bed with the baby. She was crying.
yeah, that's what the stripper did to my mother, dude. That's fucked
Yeah.
up. I mean, I guess it's my fault. You know, if we were in RDAP right now, I would have to take accountability that I would let this.
Yeah, you definitely.
I tried to set up boundaries. Let's talk about some psychological stuff. The Karpman triangle of dramatic situations. Okay, it's part of the cycle of abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You have a victim, a rescuer, and a persecutor. And anytime that you engage or play one of these roles, you are entering into a dramatic situation. And the roles almost always change. So, like, how did I enter into a dramatic situation here? I felt victimized by my loneliness. I reached out to a stripper to cure me of my loneliness, right?
What does this chick look like? Is she good looking?
She's pretty hot.
Yeah?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. No, dude, she's a 4. Yeah. Like,
Really?
No,
Is she?
no, she's a fucking 11.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Yeah, they can get.
I
they
know
get
that I'm not the
crazier as
best
they
looking.
get-
I know I'm not the best looking guy, but I get top-notch chicks, dude. Like the divorcee, LA face with an Oakland booty. I mean, it hurt. Like, she's a neurotic mess. I know that I dodged a bullet,
but you put up with it.
But that butt, dude, I miss her butt more than I miss her. Like, it sucks. But whatever. Is that we pretty much cover everything?
So you have a homeless Mexican guy,
He could have been Guatemalan.
a homeless
South American.
He doesn't have to be
Homeless
Mexican.
South American.
He's
South American man.
Hispanic.
I'm thinking
Hispanic man.
illegal.
Yeah, it could
I'm
be.
thinking he's an illegal.
Yeah, where was I saying?
On the loose, and you got a stripper on the loose.
Yeah,
Both.
but it's cool because I got a gun and they don't have a. You don't have to have a.
Why don't you think it might have been the Guatemalan that sent you the chopped up body parts?
It could have been, but how would he have my phone number?
But he was using your phone. I mean, he had all your information before. He
it's
knows
true.
everything about you.
That's true.
He's looked deeply. He's
Yeah,
deeply
you know,
into
this-
those brown
yeah,
eyes.
he actually could know
He
this
got
phone
lost
number.
in those brown eyes.
My eyes are green, but
Whatever. not in the
I mean,
drawings.
they're brown.
Not in the drawings.
But what's the point? You know, I'm doing this whole pen name for my books and like come on your show with like not my real name.
Yeah,
Didn't
but
do any good.
he has access to
Didn't
your-
do any good.
He had access to your house and all your stuff, and
Yeah, I
there's.
just wonder how this guy found me. That's what I'm saying. Like it may all the paranoia is.
I'm
like,
assuming mail is coming to the house in your real name.
Yeah.
So he knows your real name. He probably tracked you down. He's got a phone number or two. He knows some stuff.
But
He's probably on to his next
he
victim though.
wouldn't
He's probably
know. Well, he didn't know I was in. That's a good point, actually. You might be onto something, Matt, because he sent me the Omaha address.
we need
He
a
would not have known that I sold that house, especially that quickly.
What and what do they call these guys? Froggers?
Froggers, yeah. They
We
live
need a-
in your house when you live there. I watched a whole Lifetime, Lifetime, like the women's TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing creepy dudes do.
Was it like somebody killed? Was a Lifetime thing somebody killed? Was it like kids that were living in the houses?
I don't think that anybody gets killed in the one that I saw. I think it's just that it's a psychologically like fucked up situation that you're in where you slowly realize that there's this person actively living in your house. What I want to know is like, there would be times I'm living like a fucking retiree, Matt. Like if it's raining, I'm not going to the golf course. I'm not going anywhere. Like all I'm literally doing is waking up, having breakfast and coffee, playing golf, 18, 27, 36 holes. Like, and then I'm coming home. If I'm not playing golf, I'm not doing anything. I'm at home the whole time. What is this motherfucker doing in a sweltering attic?
Well, he's Guatemalan. It's not a big deal. He's used to the heat.
I do not. None of the views and opinions of this.
And he's probably peeing. He's probably got like a little plastic bottle he's peeing in.
Yeah, there were pee bottles up there.
There were pee bottles. Yeah.
What
I don't get is that he kicked the door. He kicked the thing open. Like you're there. He kicked it in and it's like he finally snapped and said, "That's it. I have to attack him."
I don't get it either.
Like why wait? Why that moment?
I don't know. I wonder if I was already talking about selling the house. Like everything's kind of been a blur since I moved down to Austin. It all happened so quick that I don't remember like the timeline. But I wonder if maybe, because clearly there was stuff written in these. I should publish these notebooks. I still have. Well, my mom still has them. But I remember I caught her reading them, and she's like, "This is wild."
What do you mean?
Like,
he wrote.
He had like journals in the attic. Drawing. I told you he had like crazy shit. There's like a.
Do you have any of them?
No, but I took one of the stories out and put it in this book.
He wrote a story
about my dog. Where my dog's a character. He named him Barco. Is it in this?
I mean, this is
good stuff.
Yeah, he wrote a short story called "The Order of the Silver Moon." In the heart of a haunted forest,
and so he could
miss and mystery. Yeah.
Okay, so he's not South American. He's writing in English, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's not a South American national. I'm just saying, he was a Mayan-looking dude. You know what I mean? Like, not that it would have made any difference, whatever color. It's just, I'm just giving a description out there to the people. Like, if you see him living in your attic,
you racist prick.
Oh fuck.
Listen, what do you mean? I'm saying he can't. I'm saying if he's South American, he can't even spell.
I just didn't think it would get any worse. After, like, I figured once all I had to do was survive the fight until the cops showed up, and I would be like,
let him go.
My hero.
Where is this?
Omaha, Nebraska. The laziest fucking
ridiculous,
laziest police department I've ever. Although I did get out of a DUI one night.
So sometimes it worked to your advantage.
Yeah, well, I wasn't that drunk, but I had been driving with some alcohol in my system, and I was speeding. And the cops were like, "What's up?" Like, we were following you for a while, and I was like, "Yeah, I just got this certified pre-owned Subaru," and I just
they were like, "We were noticing.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice."
Well, I was just like, I wanted to see what it could do, and he's like. And he like threw my registration back at me.
He said, "I hear you, bro."
And here's another thing too: is like I'm used to having like I think part of the reason I mentioned that the hidden camera thing that we shot is that my buddy, who I've known since he was a teenager, right? He couldn't believe that people were paying so much fucking attention to me in this town, and I do have other kind of like quasi stalkers there. Like part of what that last character in this new novel is based on is there's a number of women that I've hooked up with who I caught one of them driving by my house when she had no reason to, which is like, I mean, she literally has no reason. She would, where I was staying at the time, she would have had to go out of her way to go there. There would be nothing she would be doing over in this area. It's not that crazy. But then there was another chick who every time I would come back to this town, she would mysteriously show up I'd go see this one bartender, older lady named Candy. What up, Candy? And, I would just go say, she was like the only person who was nice to me in this town. So I would just go say, what's up, eat some popcorn, play some Keno. And she's like, that girl never comes here. She never comes here. And then you show up and it's like she has somebody here. And I even almost sometimes wonder if Candy was tipping her off. But she's like, she has somebody who comes in this bar that knows who you are and knows that you know her. And she shows up every single time you come back to town.
Is it possible she sees the certified pre-owned Subaru in the parking lot?
No, because I don't generally drive when I go over there because I don't drink and drive.
Right.
Know? So like if I'm gonna go over there and get a buzz, I'm gonna take an Uber.
Right.
But yeah,
she
and then
knows.
actually
She knows.
the night that the cops let me go in the certified pre-owned Subaru. I did go over to the bar right after that, and she was there, and she threw a beer all over me. I don't know, like I forget what the phenomenon is, but there's like this disorder that people get where they like latch onto people, like they get like, I mean, it's like obsession. It's like it's like your stalker guy from the internet, the one who's in love with you. But I tend to get, this has happened to me before a lot of times actually. Like there was this one time in Minneapolis, right? I'm hanging out. I bought the house. I got it like all fixed up, got it rented out. Mm-hmm. So I go over to like Uptown and I get a little studio apartment. It's right by my favorite bar. I'm like, I'm gonna take some time. This is a month lease. I'm gonna take some time, figure my shit out. Maybe I'll go get another house. But I just need some time off. I've been working a lot. So I decided, I remember it was like April 2021. What? Working on a house, doing man's work.
Okay. I was gonna say, have you? It doesn't. I feel like you don't.
I'm trying
work
not to work a job. But yeah, I mean, when you work for yourself, you work harder than you do for anyone else. Like, so I needed some time off.
Gosh darn it! I put in 15 hours I put in 15 hours this week.
Oh man, no, you know how it is. When you used to do real estate, I mean, in between ripping people off, didn't you renovate places?
I don't know that you're real. Are you in real estate?
I have a real estate portfolio.
Own 2 houses.
2 houses and an apartment. And it used to be 3, and I did a couple other deals. I did one in Asbury Park, one in Detroit.
Okay, I hear you. Go ahead.
Whatever, man. Like, I don't have the egomaniacal drive to get every fucking penny that I can, okay? I just want a nice, steady stream of income so that I don't have to go put on an orange apron and drive my certified pre-owned Subaru to Home Depot every day, okay? Like,
I think working at Home Depot would be fun.
I think it would be too. But I'm not there yet.
Didn't you say when you retire you want to work there?
I used to say that all the time. Like when I retired, I always thought it'd be cool to go and work at Home Depot. You know, because honestly, like,
right, but I don't want to.
What are you going to
do that?
Yeah, okay, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm hanging out at this bar. I'm there every day, all day, drinking beer, eating sliders. You know, I'm having a nice. I just said I'm not going to do shit for a month. Right? A couple weeks in, maybe a weekend, hook up with one of the waitresses. Because I'm the mysterious guy, remember? And so that one's good. It was all great. But this other one, I caught her eye, right? And she comes up to me. And I think this is another example of like, if I behaved like this to a woman, I would be a fucking creep. Mm-hmm. But women do this kind of shit to me all of the time. I have a chess piece tattooed on my hand, right? She comes up to me while she's working and goes, "Hey, I just bought a chessboard. Do you want to like get together sometime and play chess?" And I was like, "What? Like, what? Do you assume because I wear glasses that I like to play chess?" She's like, "No, I saw your tattoo and I figured you were probably really into chess." And I was like, "Sure, let's get together and play chess," right? And then she announces to the table that I'm sitting at, all these people I don't really know. I'm becoming like a bar regular, so I'm acquainted with them. And she goes, "Hey, everyone, me and Ellis, we're going to play chess tonight." And I was like, that's fucking weird. Imagine I'm working as a waiter.
Right.
And there's a woman with a chess piece tattooed on her hand. And I go, "Hey, do you want to get together sometime and play chess?" First of all, you shouldn't be hitting on people that are customers at a place that you're working at. But I don't mind. She's a pretty girl. You know? And then announcing it to the table.
Okay, a little odd.
Very bizarre. Very bizarre. And I mean, it's never happened to you.
No.
So you don't know what that feels like. You know what I mean? Like, it's bizarre. That's a bizarre feeling. So then later on maybe that night or the next day, we're supposed to get together and play chess. Well, she doesn't hit me up until way later at night and just wants to come over to my house. And I'm like, okay. Obviously, what I suspected is that she just wants to hook up with me. And I live at an apartment that's right around the corner from her house.
She sees you as a sex object.
I am. I think
I'm offended. I love that you seem almost offended.
You don't know what it's like to not ever get to really have real connections. You have your soulmate, okay? Like I get to be a slab of meat or nothing else. See, and you can't tell men this because most men don't know what it feels like, and they wish. They go home and they light Santeria candles. Like, please, could I please just be used for my body just one time? Like,
I've been using Mando's whole body deodorant, and let me tell you, you can use it anywhere. Pits, balls, thighs, and even your feet. Mando's powered by mandelic acid. so it stops odor before it even starts. It blocks odor all day. I'm talking 72 hours. I love the scents too. My favorite is bourbon leather. It smells amazing. You can choose from other fresh options like Cloverwood and Mount Fuji. And the best part, no baking soda, no parabens, just clean, safe deodorant for your whole body. I've added Mando to my daily routine, and honestly, I feel fresher and more confident. It works way better than just showering alone. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid deodorant stick, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, and free shipping. Use promo code COX at shopmando.com to get 20% off plus free shipping. Once again, that's shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. And you feel like it happens all the time. And
I don't feel like
horrible.
it does.
It's horrible.
I'm burned out on it. I'm burned out on being the guy that divorcees want to. You waited 40 years, half a century for your life to start, and now you're getting your first tattoos and you're acting out sexually. And I'm gonna go fuck the guy with the neck tattoos. Like it just gets old, dude.
I get it. I understand.
But whatever. She comes over to my house. We hook up. And while we're hooking up, she's going, I've wanted this for so long. I've wanted this for so long. While we're in the middle of coitus, while we're coital, right? And I'm like, how could you have possibly wanted this for so long? Like, I've only been over in this neighborhood going to this bar for less than a month. Like, you want so long as a couple of weeks, you've had a crush on me? It was just, I don't know, it was weird. And same thing that happened with the stripper. She started getting belligerent with me and being mean. And I was like, you gotta fucking chill out. You gotta stop. Just be nice to me. You know what I mean? Lay here, go to sleep, and be nice, or I'm gonna have to call you a car. She goes, oh, you're just gonna fuck me and kick me out? Is that what it is? And I was like, I mean, you're the one who showed up in the middle of the fucking night for some dick. Like,
right.
A lot of people have the courtesy to leave afterwards. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to kick you out. Like, you know, you're not showing up at a man's house at 11 o'clock at night for any other reason. You didn't bring your chessboard. You didn't bring a chessboard, not one chess piece.
You didn't open the door and say, "Where's the chessboard?"
No, I didn't say that. I knew what she was doing. Like, but anyway, and she did the same thing. She didn't throw beer all over my apartment, but she took a beer with her and showered like the hallway.
Did you immediately look for your phone?
No, because this happened years before the phone thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I was just giving you another example. I mean, I could tell you probably 100 stories of like women acting out like this when they don't get what they want from me.
Has it occurred to you that maybe...
Oh, God. Here we go with the fucking moral lesson.
Maybe it's those women. It's the women that you're choosing.
I don't choose them. They choose me.
Well, maybe you should choose a woman that is not in the middle of
Did it ever occur to you that nice church-going Christian women don't want a guy with his hand and neck tattooed who's like...
It has.
I might be an alcoholic also. I mean, I'm not a very destructive one. I'm not fucking my life up with alcohol, but I may drink a little too much. Like,
it's possible.
I'm just saying. I think that just the way that I exist in this world, I am for fun with women, and that is it. Like, I don't know. I haven't been in a relationship in a long time. Am I capable of even doing that anymore? I don't know. Maybe I should just accept my fate as a fun boy, you know? But I'm starting to get gray hairs, bro. You don't want to be the old man
at the bar.
No. And I've never, like, this is one thing too. Like, my books that are erotica or the swipe out book that I wrote that got killed in the deal. I'm not a pickup artist. I don't have advice for anyone. I was telling you the stripper method. Don't be a customer. Just sit there and ignore everyone. I do that at a bar. That's all I do at bars. I sit and I mind my own business. And if somebody wants to come up and talk to me, I let them talk to me. Like, that's it. I don't think I've ever walked up to a woman, definitely not with a pickup line, but I don't think I've ever approached a woman at a bar with the intention of finding something to do with my penis.
Right.
You know, like.
I hear you.
Yeah. I'm just out here looking for love, ladies. Do you have any women that watch this show?
We have 8%. 8% of the viewers are women.
Yeah.
I don't think they're looking for love, though.
No, they want to act out sexually with a bad boy.
You want them to contact you? You want us to put your Instagram?
I don't not want them to, but they need to behave themselves. You might make the next book.
That will actually,
no, I'm actually.
Unfortunately, that will actually get you contacted. Like, exactly
sure,
everything you just
fine,
said.
Let's do it. Like, write the book. You write it. You just behave your way, and You write
It writes
with your
itself.
Yeah, you write it with your actions. But no, my ex is actually taking a role at her company. They're working with another. I don't want to say too much of what she does, but her company's working with a company that's based in Austin, and she's there to represent. So starting April 1st, she's going to be there. So I'll be safe and protected. We're not necessarily getting back together. The nature of our relationship was she was in New York for a 2-year contract with work, so we knew it was going to end. She was going to go to England, back to England, and I was probably going to end up maybe even living in Omaha full time if that stalker thing hadn't happened. And she didn't have any interest in living in Omaha full time, and I don't have any interest in living in England full time. So, but she is going to come down to Austin for a year. So I'll at least be protected for a year. You know, I'll have a nice lady to hang out with who. There's something about me being in a room. There are some people, women want to fuck me, dudes want to come punch me in the face.
No, well, you're easily just hateable. I can see that.
Yeah, I know. People tell me all the time I have a punchable face. I'm sure you hear it all the time.
Yeah, people are constantly saying, you know, that guy Ellis Jones, and I'm like, yeah, they're like totally punchable. I'm like, I see it. I see it.
All right, so we're gonna do the book pitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about the books.
You gonna throw me in, dude.
What's up with these books?
You're a regular Geraldo Rivera here, dude.
It's a great intro.
Barbara Walters.
Like, wow, that transition was amazing.
All right, yeah. I guess we'll get this one out of the way first. So I talked about it earlier. King Khan of King Khan and the Shrines. He was he's known as the Indian James Brown. He's from Montreal. He, yeah, for real, he has a band called The Shrines. It's basically like 60s rhythm and blues. He's the Indian James Brown. It's the best way to describe him. He was on Vice Records back in the day.
And he was the one that was going to off himself?
He was going to off himself. Him and his partner, Mark Sultan, had the number... He says it's the #1 song on TikTok. It's called Love You So. You know, people attach a song to their music.
Yeah.
Or to their video.
Is it that one?
You know that one? It sounds like the SpongeBob... No, it's more. It's a little faster.
Let's see. I'm on
SpongeBob.
It kind of, to me, it sounds like.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not a big fan of his music, but it is good. Yeah. So I guess after they had some success, and after the band broke up, like this guy, actually, I should bring this up with you. You had the guy on here who was bipolar.
Yes.
And he was like a cokehead, a white blow face, whatever, and even with all the crazy women that I've dated and been assaulted by, I'm still not entirely sure that bipolar disorder is real.
Oh, it's real.
And then I saw his episode, and I was like, and I was hanging out with this guy shooting documentaries and writing a book about him, and I was like, this guy's 100% bipolar. Like, he needs to be. I actually stopped writing the book. When you get to chapter 10, it's called I Think I've Had It. Like, and I tell him, you got to get on some daytime medication. He's a nut, and there's some nutty stuff in this. And it's called An Ancient Enemy. It's about King Khan of King Khan and Barbecue Show. It's also just about his time in Austin. There's videos that go along with it on my YouTube channel. He literally wanted me to take him around Austin to sing and play sitar for homeless people. Yeah,
that's a great business model. It's going to really, really keep you on top.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's worried about it. He's made
independently wealthy.
Well, they have to pay people for the use of their song on TikTok. So if like 2 trillion people or something all time have used their song on their TikTok videos, so they have to pay them a royalty from that. So I don't think he's worried about money. I think.
No. Did you ask him about that? Did he pay you for the book?
Yeah, he's paid me for the book and video work, and then I get to keep 100% of this. So I'm making $10 a book.
Nice.
And we've sold a couple hundred copies already. So yeah, and he's also, I consider him a friend. I just don't want to be around him. He's like the most irritating person ever. Like with the way that guy was describing how he literally becomes delusional when he's in a manic state. I was like, yeah, that's 100% what this guy, like he does
absolutely
not think straight, and he has no like situational awareness. He's just irritating.
That sounds very much like bipolar.
But we're still going to work together on some stuff. Yeah, and he's hooking me up with the leader of the Black Panthers in New Orleans, which now I'm going to write.
Is that still a thing? Are they still around? Or
I think so.
Was he like this is like the former leader of the Black Panthers?
I think he's probably former.
Okay.
He's like a community activist now, like owns a charity, feeds the homeless. All right. And then this one, I was originally going to, so is it going to make it in here? The talking about the erotica, the divorcee that I was seeing,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
told me
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I should
She'll be in there.
write erotica because my life has been perfect. And
Well, hold on. What is on that cover? Can it be you? Can
Oh.
that be on YouTube?
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
probably not.
Let's not show it.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, can we censor it?
I'll just zoom in on your face. You're good.
Okay.
Just talk
Well,
about
that's,
it.
I think the cover's what's going to sell it. But
Yeah, it's pretty. The cover's pretty cool, right?
yeah, it's a.
I mean, I don't know what it looks like.
Well, it's borderline. It's covering everything, but it's borderline.
Okay. Well, I mean, still, I thought the leg was like a dick or something.
No.
From the angle I was seeing it.
No, I
No.
bought this illustration off of a homeless guy in San Francisco.
Really?
15 years ago. Yeah.
I
don't
like
know
it.
what
She's
it's
sitting,
from.
sitting on a big hamburger.
She's
Is
sitting
that
on a
what-
cheeseburger.
cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I wanted something that looks like old. Remember, like old pulp erotica, like "Suck My Nasty Chin, Denim Daddy." Like,
No,
that's a
not
real.
know. Is it?
That's a real title. Yeah, I used to find them in thrift stores all the time in Florida. That shit is everywhere.
Huh.
Yeah, this was the original version of it. It's got the kind of risque cover.
Right.
It's like pure fiction. I was gonna call it "I Need Lunch" because there's a.
You did call it "I Need Lunch."
Well, there's two versions of this book. There's like a PG-13 version.
Oh, okay.
And then there's this one, which is super X-rated. And I was going to call it I Need Lunch. And I did. There's two versions. You can get I Need Lunch, or this is too confusing, isn't it? That there's two versions.
Well, one
of the
is
same
"I
book.
Need Lunch" and one
Is The Depths of Night's Embrace. Sounds more like a Harlequin romance, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this one's for the guys, like,
Yeah.
because my stuff is not like romantic. It's graphic.
Right.
Like, so it's not too repulsive for women, but it's not too soft for dudes. So I feel like I found each title, this has more, but this has everything that this has in it. I just feel like the way that this is presented, I think women who are into fantasy smut will like this more. And they can, a lot of them, divorcees, have kids. They can't really have a book with boobs
Yeah.
hanging around a child. So I made like a little more PG-13 cover. It's called I Need Lunch because there's a 250-word poem in there about eating, about going down on chicks.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah. It's really well written. Like I really displayed a lot of literary talent in this. It's got a crazy concept though. Like Ellis Jones, the writer, writes a short story about time travel involving Jesus Christ getting hooked on. So he has to, here we go. There's the Matt Cox glare. So he has to serve a internship in hell. And 3 witches fall in love with him, naturally.
Yeah. No.
And
Well,
it's really what it is like an allegory for like the bad luck that I was having when I first moved to Austin. Like that my life was, I was making more money than I probably ever made in a year. But I was, broken collarbone. I had a friend come visit from New York and he got really out of line. I had to slap the shit out of him and almost went to jail. But luckily, Texas is a mutual combat state. I don't know if you knew that. So if you ever get into a fight.
I'm not going to get in a fight.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering is why you don't write. What you ought to write is your story, just like the highlights of your story, and
Right. It's all in there.
yeah, I know,
But it's like a fictionalized version.
It's sprinkled and it's fiction.
but
Listen,
look,
there's
dude,
two.
this is
There's
the thing,
fiction
is
and there's nonfiction. Like
Look, I've already written books like that. My first book, Energy Vandal, and my second book, Stinky Paint. These are all about wild story, women. It's not as sexually graphically described as it is in these. This is like graphic depictions of sexual encounters. But I recently read. There's this author I really love. His name is Greg Ashley. He recorded an album with Khan, and his book is like that. It's called Anecdotes, and it's just sprinkles of. Or it's like wild stories, crazy shit. And like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's not a lot of room for like it's like you're just collecting information when you're reading it. Like I want to write stuff that's more like you can really like enjoy what you're reading while you're collecting. Like really stylized, really like display some literary talent is what a friend of mine who edited some of this for me. Like I want you to be able to get all the information on like the first read, right? But then you want to read it again because if you like reading, if you like the way people put words together like a painting, like a real book, you know what I mean? Like, I get that you like write And I think I should jump on this fucking train of journalism. Like, get hot topics, write books, use AI. Sure, if it's paying that much. But I do want to write these like books that are like, that kind of don't alienate my friends who are semi-literate high school dropouts, but also satisfy people who are like intellectuals and enjoy the act of reading, like reading really well-written stuff, you know? Yeah. So probably.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, when I first did, I wanted to do a podcast. I went on a podcast called, it was called Concrete at the time, right?
Yeah, Danny Jones. I know, yeah.
And after the podcast, Danny Jones took me to Waffle House. It was open at like 11:30 at night. And we sat there, and Danny Jones, and I was telling him, you know, I wanted to start a podcast. I want to start like a true crime podcast. And he was like, well, here's what you should do. And he kind of told me what I should do. And Danny was making a living.
Already at that point?
Yeah, making a living doing a podcast. That was his full-time gig. That's all he did at that point. And he'd been, for about a year or two, he'd been making like the bulk of his living, right? Like I do other stuff, but the bulk of it is probably from the podcast that pays my bills. And I do other things. But Danny at the time, you know, that's what he was making the bulk of his money on, the podcast. And he was trying to tell me, like, here's what you need to do. And I was living in a rooming house at the time, right? And I was making money, like doing odd jobs and doing like painting and that sort of thing. And so he was trying to tell me how to do this, what he was doing. And I was saying, I want to do what you're doing. And he was giving me information on it. And everything he told me to do, I disregarded. And I feel like this is very much that conversation that we've had
about books. I mean,
about books. And I look back now and I think, what was I thinking?
I want these books to be successful. I don't want to just adopt a new writing style. It's not cute. It's good. I make good quality. You make content.
Yes.
I make art. Okay.
I
have
get
a podcast, Ellis Jones Show. Check it out on that camera.
Yes.
That camera. Yeah. I have a podcast, but I don't drop episodes even the way Colby. It's not an insult. I have seen how when you follow Colby's method to stimulate the algorithm, that it does work. But I'm not going to just make so much shit just for the sake of stimulating the algorithm. Like, I'm telling stories on episodes of my podcast that are in some of my books. Like, in Texas, I crashed a car and told the cops that a ghost did it, and I got away with it. But I'm trying to get people who were there who can verify to be the guest on the podcast,
right,
to tell that story. Or there was one time I got blackout drunk. I took a bunch of acid, woke up standing in the middle of the street on the Golden Gate Bridge with no shoes on, and ended up in the psych ward. They let me out the next day. They were like, "You're not crazy. You're just on drugs." But
right.
I'm collecting video of people who were there who can testify to these things. Like, and here's the thing about
And that would be journalism. Like,
Danny
you could write a whole
Jones'
book
show,
there.
It's in my book, Energy Vandal. Yeah. You know, I've only watched 2 episodes of Danny Jones' show.
Okay, which one?
Yours and John Boziak's.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't give a fuck about weather radar fucking conspiracy theories. Like, it's so bizarre that there's like Yetis that live at the South Pole or some shit that invented German industrial music to make people gay. Like, conspiracy theories do nothing for me. It's like, I'm not going to just start writing things because they're popular or getting, like, what am I going to put a cattle call out on your show and be like, hey, if you want to be on my podcast, send me an email with 25 words or less. Like, I'm howdy doody and just interview who the fuck ever is going to lie to me on
That's how we
on
do
Zoom.
it.
Hey, but look, here's another thing too, is I told you before, fan is short for fanatic. I would say I'm a fan of this show.
Right.
I watch it as much as I can, but you guys put so much out. I know that almost 100%, even if the guest sucks, I'm going to enjoy the way that you two interact with them or the way that things are cut together. Like, but you put so much shit out that I can't watch all of it. I'll never be able to watch all of it. Like, but you don't care. You don't care about that.
No, I don't care. But it's because the people that are watching are like a guy who's driving a forklift, 8 hours a day, or a guy who's drywalling, or a guy guys that are like working, and that's who's watching the show, is like a long distance truck driver. Like, they can watch 3 episodes a week and watch binge watch old episodes until they get their fill, and then they can move to something else.
I mean, I've been listening to more on the road.
Yeah.
I drove here.
Like, so, you know, it's not like not everybody has, like, let's face it, if you're an insurance adjuster or you're doing paperwork every day, you're an accountant, like, you don't have time to listen to this. You might listen to it on the way to work and back, but you're typically not working during the
even
day.
if you're an amateur writer with a small real estate portfolio, you still don't have time to watch all the episodes.
You know where Boziak is now?
Dude,
Cambodia.
I was watching his vlog. It was awesome.
He's in Cambodia. Yeah.
No, I know, because he was there when the earthquake happened.
Yeah. No. That was
He was in Thailand when the earthquake happened.
That was Thailand.
But
Now
isn't
he
that why
lives-
he went to Cambodia?
Well, it was because he'd been there for 6 months, and they changed the visas. The visas, you used to be able to stay for like 60 days. You
Border
could
hop.
Yeah, you'd border hop for a day.
Yeah.
Literally, you get there, you fly over,
walk right back out.
right,
Yeah.
and then they give you another 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did that for 6 months, and they said, we're not doing that anymore. He was like, what? Like, that was his plan for the rest of his life. And, like, so then he went to Cambodia, and at first he didn't like it, and then he was there after about 2-3 months, he's like, I think I'm staying here. Like, I really like it here. Now that he got used to it, now it's been over a year that he's only been in Cambodia for, he's been to Cambodia it's been 8 or 9 months now. And so he's like, hey, I may actually stay here. Did you see his place in Cambodia? Is as cool.
Does he post anymore?
Yeah, if you go to the Cambodia
the algorithm
website,
is not putting him up in front of me anymore because
he's did a whole thing on his on the Cambodia place he lives in. It's as cool as the one he lived in Bangkok. Like, it's not the 30th floor. I think it's like the 20th floor or something. But it's a cool apartment for like what's the equivalent of $650 a month here. In downtown Tampa, you'd be paying $5,000 for what he's got.
As soon as I saw that vlog where he was moving into the high rise, I was like, man, yeah, I could consider it, but I drink too much, man. I'm gonna end up going home with a ladyboy.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna get confused when I'm drunk.
I am constantly sending him ladyboy. He never responds to him. He's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Nah, I can't live outside. My chick really wants me to consider moving to England, but I don't want to. I don't know. I feel like that's not. I could live in America forever. I'm from here. Like,
well, you could just if you're gonna live in England, you could just move to India, and live there cheaper, because it's basically is. There's so many Indian and Pakistanis in fucking London at this point, right? But you're basically living in India. You might as well.
But I could live in England if we got married. And I'd have citizenship.
As what?
As in England, married.
Right. It might as well be. It might as well be India.
But she's not Indian. She's.
I know. It's a joke.
Oh,
bro, it's a joke.
Well, jokes are usually funny.
Well,
they
understood
have a premise.
You'd have to.
They have a setup, a punchline.
So have you been to England?
Yeah.
Recently?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like it at all.
All
like, I don't like the weather.
And the weather's
I don't like the fucking people.
Yeah.
Because the people who are more like me like to drink in the bar and like have a good time and take the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
Are extraordinarily dangerous.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was just thinking violent.
Yes. Yeah. And then the other people who are like posh or like intellectuals who like I could probably sit down and have a tea with you and talk about books, but they look down their nose at me.
Yeah, I was gonna say wouldn't
like,
hang out with you.
No. Yeah,
right.
Not at all.
Yeah. Well,
like,
it's
I still to this day don't understand why a 5'10", 29-year-old blonde English girl wants anything to do with me, and I do think maybe it's like to piss her parents off. Well, her mom. Her stepdad loves me.
Hey, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified of videos just like this. Also, we are going to leave all of Ellis Jones's links in the description box, and we're going to leave his YouTube channel, his social media, also the links to his Amazon book site, so you can buy his books. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys watching. Also, if you want to be a guest, please leave, how did you put it? Some douchebag bullshit.
25 words or less.
25 words or less thing on our website. You can go to our website and it says be a guest. You can fill out a be a guest and leave what Ellis belittled as being a 25-word bullshit fucking thing of your story.
Tell the lie that you want us all to believe.
Which is untrue.
Dude, I like how you'll say in the same breath, like, I don't really give a fuck about my fans, but then like, can you believe this guy talking shit on you guys?
Yeah, can you believe that?
I love y'all.
I'd listen, I'd go in the comments and give him a piece of your mind. So you put in like a little video. no big deal. It's really just to make sure that we can understand what you're saying, and that you have all your teeth. All right, so then you present well. That's what it really present well. Also, if you want to watch Ellis's full story, we're going to put the link right here, and you're going to click on that and go straight to that story and check out his full story. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. See ya.